in this one, I should say. We can only have one winner, even though they're all winners in my book. That's a bit too corny. I apologize. Space Soldiers, or ex-Space Soldiers, up against Kinguin for this one, as said. It is Mirage coming in hot. And the action begins right now. Kinguin are going to be starting on the T side, ex-Space Soldiers on CT. We do have a bit of utility on Engine with a Death Kit and a Smoke. So Rallin goes for early aggression up towards the A-bomb side. The rest of Kinguin, they are going to be moving in closer towards the A-bomb side as well. Rallin connects the initial frag on Major. Quick trade coming his way. There's a big gap in the smoke here. Terrace. What a shot on Reeds. Unfortunately, it goes down to Tacit. He goes for the aggression. Minis is now going to be left on his lonesome. He is up towards the palace position, but he's deciding to go for, well, at least it looks like he might be deciding to go for a rotation all the way back towards B. Still a lot of time to work with. It's rotating out towards middle for now and going for a bit of a short aggression at this point. Oh. Oh, Minis actually getting the bomb down in time before Calyx goes for the aggression. Has gotten the bomb down now. That's a good kill on Engine. That's massive. Still in a 1-on-2. They pretty much line up for a Minis. What? What an absolute monster. A 1-on-3 clutch. A bit of a mistake there from Calyx, but at the end of the day, it's Minis to win on a 1-on-3 clutch with a massive rotation, a long rotation, all the way back towards the B-bomb site from short. What an absolute monster. At this point, I can only assume this is a tactical from Space Soldiers. They should not lose a round like that. It's really that simple. What a beast. The pistol goes in favor of Kinguin. Space Soldiers are gonna be on an eco for this one. Xantares with the Desert Eagle and USPs on the rest. Lining up for a bit of mid-aggression here. Reeds and Mouse, they find one each, but they get traded out. Major and Pass. Quick trades. Oh, Engine. What? If this is just a small sign of what we got in store here on map 3, I'm stoked already. I hope you guys are as well. Minis left alone. This time in a 1-on-2 to try and clutch it out. Not as tough of a task as in the previous, but, well, almost. Seeing as he's down to just 30 HP. And Engine is in a brilliant position. He spots out the weapon from Minis and shuts him down, execution style from above. Not even a force buy, that was an eco. Eco victory from ex-Space Soldiers. Great. Absolutely great. Seems like this is the game to watch for tonight. Another pause coming in. The question is it actually a technical? I mean, the time suggests that it might have been a tactical. 2 tactical timeouts in the span of 2 rounds. That's not often seen, but obviously they are fighting for a spot in the round of 8 for the closed qualifier. So this time around, Space Soldiers are not gonna get ecoed. They shot Kinguin down nice and easy. Clean round as well, not losing a single player, and that is obviously gonna help them out as we move forward. This time around, Kinguin will have enough money for a full buy. I say a full buy, but they barely have any utility to work with. Obviously, we spoke about it a bit earlier. Utility is so incredibly important in a game of Counter-Strike. Pretty much no matter what. Pretty much no matter what map we're playing on and what side you're on in that map. For now, Mouse finding the opening frag without using any utility because he has none. Minis does connect here on Santerra's pass, needs to be careful. Falls right back into ladder room after dealing a bit of damage. Again, as I said, needs to be careful because Rallen is posted up in a good position and who will shut him down. Calyx down towards CT, watching for that murder hole, picks up the AK-47. In the meantime, the bomb will get planted for CT. They are going to go for a bit of CT aggression as well. A lot of damage dealt to Reeds and Mouse. Even more damage dealt to Major. Calyx watching for the murder hole still. Just managed to find the frag on Rallen. The round is over. The round is going to go in the favor of Kinguin, making it 2-2. Fighting back once again. Back and forth it goes. Once again, a full buy on both sides of the aisle. Have an AUG in play this time around. It's on Major. Bit of money to spare as well on 3 of the players here from Space Soldiers. Do have a decent amount of utility to work with as well. Reeds getting boosted. You can peek in towards window. Santerra's first one to drop for this round, as Reeds will take him down. Pass up on short, taking a good chunk of damage from the nade, but still very much alive. Mouse goes down to Major, peeking up from CT, but look at this engine. On a big flank, they didn't see him at all. He finds one on Rallen and deals a decent amount of damage on Reese as well, denying the bomb from going down as of yet. Smoke down towards that position on the ramp, but Calyx connecting on Reeds. Engine, the timing is perfect, denying the bomb plant once more. Space Soldiers will be able to pick up the round. Minis Finds one exit frag and will be able to hold on to the AK-47. Third round on the board now for Space Soldiers, and again, as I said, training rounds back and forth. Kinguin will be able to get enough money, or will have enough money, I should say, to give themselves a solid force point. Obviously, again, they are lacking utility. 2 Galils in play here on Rellin and Mouse, and the Desert Eagle on Reeds. Tastos managed to get one, but traded out immediately by Engine. Three on 4 situation. Once again favoring Space Soldiers. Rellin and Reeds both taking some damage, and now Mouse has as well. As I said, Kinguin are looking for that aggression in towards the A-bomb site. There's only one defender on this side itself, that's going to be Engine, but he's sitting over by Firebox. That gives him a good opportunity to get something done, as they are trying to find the bomb plant, but unfortunately the timing is off here from Engine. The bomb will get planted, so much damage dealt by Rellin through the box. He finds the frag gun. Major, and now the nade up towards Firebox, but Rellin peeks out just in time to find a new angle. Reeds still posted up over towards connector area. The bomb has been planted for him. Calix will shut him down. Brilliant peek coming in. Picks up the kit. Will get the defuse. Space Soldiers manage to string 2 rounds together. In case any of you guys were wondering, I just want to give you an update on the other matches going on right now. So in the first round, we had Mousesports beating XCOM. Means that Mousesports will meet Vitality in the next game over on the main channel, as Vitality took down Virtus Pro. On this channel, next time around, we're going to be, well, after this map, we're going to be streaming Valiance versus Vindigo. Optic won over Mixtura 2-0. Heroic won over Fraxtus 2-0. North won over Sprout 2-0. So this is the only game left from round of 16. We have 2 more best of 3s coming up after this one. We have 4 best of 3s tomorrow once more. Santaris connecting on one, but Taz answering back here with a CZ-75. He managed to get a double, surviving on just 1 HP. The bomb will get planted over by default, giving them a good opportunity to make a move down towards CT, and Mouse is already in that position. This is not an easy retake here from Space Soldiers, and they don't have too much money to work with. You'll manage to find the frag gun Mouse, and as I said, Taz so low on HP, and he's now left alone in this 1-on-3. That's not gonna happen. Pass with a double, Santaris with a double, and the defuse comes into play. 5th round on the board for Space Soldiers, now in a 3-round lead. Slowly but surely extending that lead 1 round at a time. Again, for tomorrow, we have XCOM versus Virtus Pro in the lower bracket, LDLC versus Ins in the lower bracket, Mixtura versus Fraxtus, and Sprout versus the loser of this one. Still a lot of games to be played. This time around, Kinguin with enough money to buy up completely, and this time around they do have the utility behind them as well. Going for a bit of a aggression towards middle, but Major spraying through the smoke. He deals so much damage on Rel and Minis. Now Taz going for aggression up towards the staircase, connecting on Santeris. Major in a decent position in towards the window room, connects on Taz. It's a massive gap in that smoke. He finds the second frag on Minis. Back to a 4-on-3. Reeds posted up right behind the smoke here. Deals a ton of damage on Major through it. Engine once again, same position as we've seen him in before. This time around, he finds the frag on Mouse. That's the bomb. Pass up on short, trying to find an angle of his own. Will do exactly that. Rellin sitting right on the other side of the bricks. Will get the trade, but he's down to just 20 HP. HP and a dream. 30 seconds left on the clock. Obviously a tall task for any man. Doesn't make it any easier for Rellin. 1-on-3. I'll try and see if he can hold on to the AK-47. On the T side, that's a bit of a yikes from me. Means that he's not going to get any money from the round. The round timer running out. The rest of his team will have enough with a single eco to buy up for the next. He'll have to go for a double, but obviously that's not going to happen if it goes that way. See, I saw someone in the chat requesting an oof, but I'm not a memer, so I decided to go for yikes instead. No one tells me what to do. 6-2. A 4-round lead now for Space Soldiers. As I said, Penguin can go for an eco here, or a bit of a low buy. We're actually on quite a big losing bonus at this point. Which is why we see Mouse buying down to 1600. Alex with a bit of aggression towards the apartments with that AUG. Just a bit of a low buy on all the players except for Renan, who held on to that AK from the previous. But Santeris, he peeks down towards the underpass. Taz goes out for aggression, and now Relin setting up for the smoke towards jungle. Four-on-3 situation. Relin in a decent position here. Mouse taking so much damage, and he's on the bomb. Had he gone down, that could have been, and probably would have been, the round over. Santerra's taking damage through the wall bank. And now the flash is in towards the side. Every single player getting blinded. No one down towards CT, so this plant is not going to get interrupted unless that molly spreads, but it doesn't. Major with a nice little double. Can remind you it was more or less an eco here. Except for Relin, who had the AK, but he didn't really get to use it for anything at all. Good amount of damage dealt to Major and Santerra's, but at the end of the day, Kingwin only managed to get one frag for the round. But they do manage to get the bomb down, meaning that Relin will also be able to get an AK for this one. This time around, they do have the AWP on minis and AKs on the rest of them. Plenty of utility to boot. 7-2 for Space Soldiers. And at this point, a decent amount of money in the bank as well. Decent amount of damage dealt early on to minis. Santerra's to praise himself lucky that he didn't go down from that position. Managed to bring his way back to relative safety for now. Frag going in the favor of Space Soldiers as Santerra's taking care of Relin, but Mouse will trade back on Engine. In the meantime, Inese, he's taken so much damage, he's down to just 3. Meaning that he's basically playing with a glass cannon right now. Santerra's jumps, but he still finds the frag on Reeds. Now it's a 3-on-4 situation with the bomb over towards the A-bomb side, but it's going aggressive. What is Taz doing? You have the bomb, mate! Minis and Mouse both so incredibly low on HP, and obviously absolutely nothing they can do. Furthermore, they're gonna run right into Calyx with that AUG. He finds the frag on Mouse and should be able to connect on Minis as well. But actually Minis finding the better of him. Now obviously gonna try and see if he can hold on to that AWP. Bit of a mistake there from Taz. Obviously, had that gone differently, if he actually found the kill in towards jungle, could have potentially wrapped the connector jungle area for his team. They could have gotten a more open plant. Unfortunately, that's not the way the cookie crumbles for that round. 6-round deficit now for Kingwin. Space Soldiers once more extending their lead. Engine finds the initial on minis, but Reeds connects on Santerra's. Pretty important kill on Santerra's. Once again, Kingwin spread out across the map. We have 2 players over towards the A-bomb site. Pass and Major finding one each on Taz and Mouse, but Reese will trade out. Relin connecting on Pass finally after taking a good chunk of damage. Needs to be careful from short as Calyx is in a good position. Will find the frag on Relin. Engine with the final kill for the round. He connects on Reeds. That's going to be the 9th round on the board for Space Soldiers. Kingwin. It was 2-2. That's 7 rounds in a row now for Space Soldiers. I'm wondering, I think it was actually Well, we can't see that. Thank you, Valve. The panorama hut. Removing the all-important round counter. The question is, I think it was actually 2-1 in favor of Kinguin, and if that's the case, well, that means that it's 8 rounds in a row, but I'm not 100% on that. Alex, let's get the initial double, gets the triple as well, now running out of bullets, but he's got Major nearby to help him out with a double of his own. Yes, indeed, double digits now. 10. Let's try that again. 10th round on the board for Space Soldiers. Not entirely sure why I sounded like an old Philip in that moment. I guess it's because I'm getting old. Would make sense, right? England still with enough money to buy up completely, and once again they do have the AWP. Rallen with the initial gets the double as well as they push for aggression up towards top of mid. Denise catches one of his own engine and Calyx will trade out. Calyx gone down to roughly 50 HP. Engine deciding to go for a bit of a peek, deciding to gander whether or not that was planned for CT, but it wasn't. Rallen with the dunk, with the Nate Tors to take care of Calyx. Finally, Kinguin get another round on the board. That's their third. Still such a long way to go to bring this one back. Obviously not going to be an easy task. And yes, indeed, solo casting is very challenging. Just got back 2 days ago from doing my first LAN in Romania with the lovely ESL crew. And obviously at that point I wasn't solo casting. I'll stop talking. No one cares anyways, right? No, I can't speak regardless, so let's just keep it at casting the game instead. Reed's connecting on Santeris as Santeris decided to go for a bit of aggression. It's a 4-on-4 situation. Kinguin rotating back towards A aggression. Flashbang down towards the ramp area. No one's here right now. Now they will go for the aggression. Rallen connecting on engine. Pass in a strong position. He connects on the double. Major helping out as well from CT. He takes care of Taz. Mini's on 10 HP. The dream has died. Major with another multi-kill round, and every single player chiming in here from Space Soldiers. Truly a team effort. It's Kinguin. Not so much. Mouse sitting on 3 kills after 14 rounds. 11-3 as we're heading into the final round for the first half. And Kinguin on a bit of a broken bye for this one. Rallen with aggression up short, peeks in towards ladder room, connects on Sand Terrace. Now Engine Molly's raining towards his position as Kingwin taking full control over middle and connector. Even got control over short, no one's pushing through in that position, but Engine in a good position from Tallbooth, he gets the double. Connects on Taz and Reeds, eventually will get taken down here by Mouse. Spotted out from the short position, trying to find a different angle, will do exactly that, connecting the headshot on Calyx as well. Pass finally trading out with Manise in towards the side itself. This was a broken buy for Kingpin, they only had 2 rifles in play. Upgraded pistols on the rest. Pass. Major against Rellen and Mouse. Bomb will eventually get planted over towards the A bomb site. Pressure from CT, that's going to be passed, but first it's a Major. Finding the kill on Rellen. Throws down the smoke towards the bomb. Mouse. Patiently waiting. Finds a good kill. Oh, that's a nice headshot on Pass as well. Mouse with a magical quad kill for that round. Kingwin, they do manage to find the 4th round on the board, but the big question now is it a bit too little, a bit too late? Can they actually bring this one back? Obviously, it's gonna be a tough uphill struggle for Kingwin to do exactly that. Space Soldiers, 11 rounds on the board. It's not over yet, though. This is much like what we saw on Train. I would argue that Train is a bit more CT-sided though, so... time will tell. Time will tell. We are just waiting for the players to ready up so we can get the second half started. In the meantime, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed the cast thus far, even though we had some minor technical issues along the way. It happens every once in a while. And once again, I want to remind you guys that we have more games coming up. Next game going to be starting in roughly 20 minutes. And unfortunately, we cannot hold the players for that one until we're done with this one, so if that starts before we're finished, we are just going to jump into the game as soon as this one is over. On this channel for the next round it will be Valiance versus Vindigo. They're going to be battling it out in a best of 3 on their own, and then a little bit later on tonight Optic versus Heroic right here on this channel. That's going to be at 2000 CET. Also known as 3 hours and 20 minutes from now. We are going to head into the pistol. Space Soldiers on that T sign. Kinguin on CT. Space Soldiers setting up for a bit of an executing towards the A-bomb site with what they have in store. Going for the plant. Covered by that smoke for now. Ooh, okay. Engine down to 1 HP. That's a bit of a luck shot coming in from Mouse. That's a nice frag from Reeds, though. He connects on Santeris. Calyx in a good position over by the jungle area. Deals with Mouse. Pass taking care of Tess by Murderhole. That's a quick headshot. Good reaction from Pass. With the bomb planted and the kills in their favor. Space Soldiers, they pick up the pistol. (12-4). Space Soldiers extending their lead even further. It's Kinguin now on an eco for this one. We do have Rallin with a Zeus, and it's gonna be interesting to see what he wants to do with that one. Seems like he's sitting over towards the B bomb site for now, but looks like Space Soldiers might be going for aggression towards the A bomb site instead. Did I say he's set towards A? I meant B, obviously. Engine deals with Mouse. Only 1 kill in favor of Taz from Kinguin thus far. So it's now going to be on Rellin and Minis to try and get anything done for a round like this. It's not going to be easy for them. I think that's safe to say. Especially now with Major taking care of Minis as well. It's going to be all on Rellin. He's got the Zeus out. He's sitting right on the other side of Murderhole. Peeks out, and that's going to be the end of it. Pass will eventually shut him down. 4 players surviving here from Space Soldiers, and once again we do have a tactical timeout. (13-4), 3 more rounds in favor of Space Soldiers. They will take the victory over Kinguin. Kinguin to make this comeback a reality. They want to win in regulation. They need 12 rounds while only giving 1 away to Space Soldiers. That is simply not gonna happen. Could potentially bring it into overtime as well. Now I say it's not gonna happen, and we've actually seen it before. You have Space Soldiers lining up for fast execute over towards the B bomb site. Engine going for the aggression. He finds the frag on Mouse. It is a force buy here from Kinguin. Minis will trade out with Engine. Takes a bit of damage in the process. Calyx, he goes down to roughly 50. Oh, that's perfect timing from Minis. Right before the bomb getting planted, Minis finds the frag on Calyx, denying the bomb plant. This is falling apart completely here from Space Soldiers. Minis with a massive quad kill. Headshots all around, making it look absolutely effortless. Oh my Lanta. 13-5. Space Soldiers with a force buy of their own. Kinguin fighting back. Getting around that they probably shouldn't have gotten. Find it regardless on. All on the back of Minis. For this one, Space Soldier setting up for what seems to be a fast hit towards A. Reeds peeking up in towards Palace, finds the frag on Pass. And he's just managed to find the frag here on Calyx, taking a lot of damage in the process. He's down to roughly 10 HP. Relin peeking up from window, trying to find an angle of his own. Still a 5-on-3 situation, not going to be an easy task here, but Engine, he fights back. Relin will eventually go down. Engine and Santareth both low on HP. Minis, so is he. Yes, right now the sole defender over towards the B bomb site, but Reese gets taken down towards A. Major going for a bit of a fake here. Will eventually fall as well. Now, aggression in towards that B bomb site. All three players towards the B bomb site, incredibly low, but it will be Minis on 10. Take care of Engine and Santaris. Secure yet another round in favor of Kingwin. 13-6. This is certainly not over yet. I saw someone in the chat mentioning that I jinxed it. So yes, indeed, I am reading the chat. Sorry to break the illusion. Great frags coming in here from Taz this time around. He gets the quad kill. Minis does manage to find one. A quick round in favor of Kingwin. An eco for Space Soldiers to allow them to buy up completely for this one. This time around they will have a good amount of utility behind them as well. Once more, for those of you guys interested, we do have another game coming up right after this one. That's going to be Vindigo versus Valiance right here on this channel. So make sure you stay tuned for that. This is not over just yet. Minis finding the opening frag as he goes for aggression in towards B apartments. Jason Kaplan just confusing me completely. I had to check there for a second. Calyx. Nice double kill, and this is falling apart quickly here from Kingwin. Jason, just take care of your own stream, okay? Leave me alone. Minis dealing with Calyx, fighting back with that AWP, but he is left alone and he needs the ace to clutch this one out. Obviously gonna be a tough ask for him. Yes, slowly making his way closer towards the site. We still have one defender right next to it. It'll be Santaris on 10 HP. Major close as well. Oh, he decides to try and go for the ninja defuse. He might actually get it. It is! Oh my god. Holding on to the round by... I don't even know. What was that? Sneaking his way in towards the site for a 1-on-3 ninja. What an absolute monster. I'll take a look at the mic issues in the break. It might be my mic just being turned the wrong direction. We'll have a look at it. For now, let's focus on the game at hand, because Minis with a massive 1-on-3 ninja holds on to the round. Pass connects on Taz. Reeds with a quick trade. Reeds taking a lot of damage and will eventually get taken down here by Engine. Santaris down to just 9 HP, but still finds the frag on Relin. X-Space Soldiers going for the aggression. And they will find the round. Calyx with a double to finish it off. It's going to be 14th round for Space Soldiers now. Only 8 in favor of Kingwin. Kingwin, they don't have the greatest amount of money for this one. We do see a pause coming in. They pretty much have to go for a force buy unless they're willing to buy, or willing to play for overtime, I should say. Obviously, that's maybe not the maybe not the best decision. So if they decide to do that, they need 7 rounds in a row. Indeed, they are gonna go for that force buy. Then AWP on Minis, a scout and play on Taz. Upgraded pistols on the rest. Just 2 more rounds for Space Soldiers to make it through to round off 8, I should say. He's just managed to find the initial frag on Santeras, though. Reeds going for a bit of aggression down towards the ramp area. Engine up close and personal. He falls. It's absolutely massive here from Reeds. That's the bomb as well. The bomb is now caught down towards the ramp position. And the rest of the Space Soldiers players, they're two men down. They need to try and see if they can bring this back somehow. Three on 5. Reeds up close and personal, connecting here on Major. He goes for even more aggression. Finally, will get taken down by Pass. But Pass, he falls to Relin. And now it's all on Calyx. His position is known. Over towards the connector area. Relin dropping the weapons out for his teammates, but they're nowhere nearby to pick them up. Nate is gonna catch Calyx just a bit, but Calyx trying for the wild spray down. Finds one on Mouse. Relin will shut him down. Relin with a double for this one. And that's the 9th round of the board now for Kingwin. Still fighting with everything they got. They fear that lower bracket, and for good reason. Once again, just to give you guys an update, in the lower bracket, waiting for this team. They will be playing, or they will be meeting one another tomorrow is what I'm trying to say. That will be Sprout waiting for the loser of this one. And waiting for the winner of this one, it's North in the upper bracket. We'll battle it out in a best of 3 against either Kingwin or Space Soldiers, whoever takes the cake here on Mirage. Space Soldier still with enough money to buy up completely. $14-9. Double op set up this time around from Kingwin. It's Minis and Mouse both playing the AWP. Still no damage dealt. Only 45 seconds left on the clock now. Space Soldiers are lining up for what seems to be a split towards the B bomb site. As they try to do exactly that, they get shut down immediately. Major will trade back with Relin, finds one frag in their favor. The rest of Kingwin actually getting smoked out of the B bomb site. Can't go for the immediate retake. Bomb will get planted. In a 4-on-3 situation. We have Major in a good position up on short. Will be Santeros and Major to find a kill each. It's now all on Reeds and Mouse, but they go down as well. And just like that, 15th round on the board for Space Soldiers. 15-9. Now sitting on map and match points. Space Soldiers need just one more to shut this one down. It's Kinguin. They need 6 in a row to bring this one to OT, and with a buy like this, I think it's... I don't think it's gonna happen. Is what I'm trying to say. Engine finds the initial frag over towards... I think that was underpass. Not entirely sure why we're stuck on Santeros. For some weird reason. It's already a 4-on-3 situation. Relin peeking out towards the middle from connector. Potentially meeting his demise sooner rather than later. And indeed he will. It's going to be all on Reeds, left alone 1-on-4 situation. And indeed... should be GG. Well played in just a few moments. Reed still trying his very greatest, but it's not gonna happen. Just like that, Kinguin takes the Space Soldiers takes the victory over Kinguin. And there you have it. GG, well played. 2-1 in favor of Space Soldiers. They're gonna be moving on to face North a little bit later on tonight. But first, coming up shortly, it will be Vindigo versus Valiants right here on this channel. Stay tuned, plenty of more Counter-Strike to come. We'll see you guys in a bit. Good morning, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and let's get ready for this closed qualifier for the European Minor. I've been looking forward to this for quite some time now. We're gonna start off today with none other than Vitality versus Virtus Pro. They're gonna be battling it out here in a best of 3. We're gonna be starting off on Mirage, chosen by Virtus Pro. Second map will be Nuke, chosen by Vitality. Third and final map, if we get that far, will be Inferno. I'm gonna get right into the nitty-gritty. Virtus Pro setting up for a split towards the A bomb side with a bit of a fake in towards B, but no one on Vitality really falling for this fake. Saivu going for a bit of aggression alongside with RPK down towards the ramp area. They spotted the bomb out. That could potentially be an issue, but Snatch and Mihu, they found one each. Apex and Saivu will trade out Mihu. He gets the second headshots all around. RPK low on HP. They do have bomb control down towards the ramp area. Still a minute on the clock though. Plenty of time to work with here for Virtus Pro. Slowly but surely gonna set up to try and see if they can find that bomb. Try and see if they can go for a bit of a flank as well. Saivu patiently waiting. RPK up on the little ledge. Pasha trying to find an angle here. RPK and Saivu, they're gonna go for one angle at first, and now they hear the steps behind them as they come through. Pasha connecting on Saivu, finds the final frag for the round as well as he takes care of RPK. Headshots all around in the piss around here, but Virtus Pro will be able to pick it up. As I mentioned for you guys, it is a best of 3, and furthermore we have 4 best of 3s on the schedule for today. According to my little schedule, my little notebook, it says that we're supposed to be live for roughly 12 hours. So if you haven't already, make sure you get some snacks out during the day. Make sure you get some water on the fridge, in the fridge, I suppose. On it doesn't really help. Placing it on top of the fridge is probably not the best choice. Anyway, Virtus Pro picking up the pistol. I'm now gonna head into the second round with Virtus Pro. 3 AK-47s and a couple of SMGs. On the other side of things, it is a bit of a force buy here from Vitality. They are holding on to a bit of their money though, so they can get a. This is kind of the old meta, actually, from Vitality. So they can get a full buy in the 4th round rather than the 3rd. That's a nice little flick coming in from Saivu with a scout. Gets a headshot on Neo. Should be somewhat easy pickings here for Virtus Pro. That being said, actually taking a lot of damage. RPK will take care of Snatchy. Pick up the SMG, but finally he'll get dealt with by Morels. It's now going to be all on Saivu. His position was known early in the round. So he got that headshot. He will get attack on Morels as well, but finally will get taken down. 3 players surviving here for Virtus Pro. All 3 holding on to an AK-47. Obviously that will give them a bit more money to work with moving forward. In case any of you guys were wondering, you have another channel streaming right now. That's my good friends Dean and Mitchell. They're casting from the ESL Poland studios on ESL_CSGO here on Twitch. The match that they're covering right now is going to be Vindigo versus ENS. So in case you are interested in that game, you can find that on twitch.tv/ESL_CSGO. But for now, let's focus on the game at hand. NPK did manage to get the initial frag on Snatchy. There's an eco here for Vitality. Oh. Bit of a missed nade. Not the biggest deal, but still a bit unfortunate. 4-on-4 situation. Virtus Pro holding back for now, but they are slowly rotating back towards the Ramban Palace area. They are going to be setting up for a push in towards the A-bomb site. They don't want to use too much utility in a round like this where they know their opponents are on an eco, but they don't want to brute force their way in without using any utility, and that's more or less what they do, actually. Apex gets a nice shot here on Morel's. RPK, he finds a shot of his own, almost getting the double as well, as he dinks Mihu down to just below 10 HP. Saibu connecting on Mihu. RPK with a frag on Pasha, and that's an eco victory from Vitality. Exactly as I said, Virtus.pro, they don't want to push in towards this bomb site without using any utility. And that is what they decide to do. They threw one flashbang and a smoke down towards CT, and obviously not quite enough. Beautiful stuff here from Vitality. Bit unfortunate from Virtus.pro. So they are going to be on an eco of their own. Bit of a missed smoke in towards the window area. There's a massive gap in it. Saibu peeks through that gap, does manage to deal a bit of damage on Morels, but Morel's still very much alive, and Pasha. It's a nice headshot with a Desert Eagle on Apex. Happy getting spotted out up towards the ladder room. And BK here with the spray down connects on Pasha. So a 1-for-1 trade thus far. A good amount of damage dealt here on Neo, and Morels has taken a bit of damage of his own. One defender over towards the A-bomb, oh sorry, the B-bomb side, and one up on short. Seems like I'll have to do the observing myself, as GoToV is not really with us. BK does eventually go down over towards the B-bomb side. Happy here, trying to connect. He will eventually go down, but a quick trade coming in from Saibu. Will be the second round on the board for Vitality. Only 2 players surviving though, so a good amount of economical damage dealt by Virtus.pro. Exactly what they want in a round like this in an eco. Want to try and see how much economical damage they can deal and potentially gain some economical value of their own by getting the bomb down. Didn't manage to do so. Still plenty of money for a full buy here. Ooh. Oh, never mind. I thought for a second there that Saibu actually blocked the smoke in towards window. I think he did ever so slightly. I think the window smoke missed just by a little bit. Saibu does manage to get one on Morels. Oh, Virtus.pro are going to set up for a hit in towards the B-bomb site. Okay, finds one. Pasha trading out with Apex. Saibu connecting as well. BK still up close towards the site. Neo, decent positioning here. Does manage to find one. Quick trade coming his way. RPK will eventually shut him down. Snatchy does manage to find one, but Saibu will eventually shut him down as well. As I said, I'm gonna try and see if I can do the observing myself, because the lovely auto director doesn't really work out as great today, apparently. So I'll have to readjust my my keyboard real quick, but try and see if I can make it happen here. I have one player over towards the B bomb site, one defender. That's gonna be RPK. Happy out towards short as well. Happy does manage to find the initial RPK. Beautiful double spray down here. Gets the triple in the end. Apex and Happy do manage to find one each. Be the 4th round on the board now for Virtus.pro. Sorry, Vitality. I guess it's early. It's not that early. Trying to blame it on something. And actually this time around with the AWP trying to find the early aggression on the RAM barrier. On the other side of things, we got MPK with a bit of early aggression as well. Virtus.pro gonna make their way out towards top of middle and in towards underpass with Pasha biceps. Meantime, we do have 2 players in connector. These Saibu and Apex trying to find an angle of their own. Find anything just yet. A lot of aggression up towards top of mid. Snatchy posted up with the AWP trying to find an angle. aggression coming through. Apex does manage to find the frag. Will eventually get taken down, or sorry, Saibu gets taken down. Apex finds the double. Have a play up on shot. That's going to be Happy trying to find an angle off his own. BK in the meantime connecting on Neo down towards the ramp area. Actually needs to be careful here. Does manage to get a good shot onto Apex. Bomb has still been dropped up towards top of mid. They'll need to try and see if they can fall back and find that bomb. With only 30 seconds left on the clock. Obviously not going to be the easiest task. Asher still looking for more, and he will find it. Snatchy incredibly low on HP. It seems like he might be making his way in towards the B-bomb site. Abby in the meantime, he's out on short. Pushing through even further. Snatchy needs to get the bomb down somewhat quickly and will do exactly that. Happy up on short. Snatchy on the side itself gets the bomb down. Trying to find an angle here with the AWP. So left alone with just 3 HP in a 1-on-2 situation. Obviously not going to be an easy task for him to try and get something done. Snatchy. Good kill on NBK. Happy. Up close and personal. Will be able to trade him out eventually. Finds a kit. But will there be enough time? This is going to be cutting it a bit close. Oh. Just in time. 0.2 seconds remaining on the bomb for that defuse. Happy does manage to get it. That was certainly way too close for comfort. Could have really gone either way. This time around again with mid-aggression coming in from Virtus Pro. They did manage to get the bomb down in that previous round. We'll give them a bit more money to work with. Fast aggression down towards the underpass area as well. Vitality not going for any mid-presence this time around. We have Apex setting up so NBK can go for a bit of aggression down towards the ramp area. Neo hears this, knows that it's coming. In the meantime, the rest of Virtus Pro, they are still up towards middle. Well, finally gonna try and see if they can make their way up short. Happy in the get right position. Patient waiting for any aggression to come through. BK waiting for aggression of his own in towards the ladder room. Nothing coming his way. Happy. First line of defense over towards the B-bomb side. Only gets the one quick trade coming his way. It's now going to be all on Saibu, left alone with an AWP in a 1-on-4 situation. And surely this round will go in the favor of Virtus Pro. It does. Well, it should. When it does, let's put it like that, will be their third round on the board. Saibu obviously going to try and see if he can hold on to the AWP. Third round on the board for Virtus Pro as mentioned. Vitality will have enough money to buy up once more. Getting a bit of aggression towards middle. Apex trying to find something through the smoke. In the meantime, Virtus Pro going for fast aggression over towards the A-bomb site. NBK posted up. The M4 down towards the toll booth. Praised himself lucky he didn't go down here, but Apex, he managed to find a double. Pesha trying to find an angle of his own. In the meantime, Snatchy, he gets a double. PK Let's try for a bit of a boost. Saibu connecting on Snatchy. I'm going to be all on Morels and Pasha. Try and bring this one back. Pasha does deal a bit of damage over towards the jungle area. Smoke out. Pasha needs to find the angle here, but he goes down. It's going to be all on Morels. Throws up the flash. Gets the double. Happy. Does have a kit, so he will get it. Again, a bit too close for comfort. Could have really gone either way. That will be the 6th round on the board now for Vitality. And unfortunately for Virtus Pro, that also means that their economy will be reset. This Pro are going to be on a force buy for this round. And then BK up close and personal. Apex gets the initial flank. He gets traded out immediately. Saibu does manage to find one. Now the sole defender all over on that A-bomb side, but he gets the double eventually. RPK with the final kill for the round. That will be the 7th round on the board for Vitality. Virtus Pro trying the greatest to push in towards that A-bomb site, but getting stopped in their tracks. I'm having a few issues with manually observing this game, because my keys, apparently ever since the Danger Zone update, some of my keys have been unbound, which is a bit strange. Ooh, let's have a look at this though. Apex. This is brilliant. Going for aggression in towards Palace, and he finds the frag. And Morels won't be pushing out at the same time. Will eventually, with the help of a Miku, shut down Apex. Pushing out on short. We do still have one defender towards the B bomb site. Time the rest of the Virtus Pro players still sitting up towards Horseshoe. Now surely gonna make their way back towards the Ram barrier. BK, the sole defender over towards the A-bomb side. He does spot one down by Ram. There's just one. It's going to be Snatchy. The rest of them once again rotating back towards Horseshoe. Does look like they are going to be converging in towards the B bomb site. Again, we still have just one defender over here. The timing on that smoke is absolutely brilliant from RPK. To be careful he doesn't fall back too far. He does manage to find one, gets the second as well. Happy with the final frag for the round. He connects on Pasha. Real quick, we're just gonna fix something real fast. Hopefully it works now. short. Hopefully it does. I don't think it actually helped anything. I'll have to ask someone who actually knows something about Counter-Strike to help me out. Because I sure don't. 8-3 on the board now for Vitality though. We have Saibu up on short. Going for that early self-boost. Almost a collateral from Saibu up on short. Does manage to find one Mihu taking a lot of damage. In the meantime, Morels takes care of NBK and towards the connector area. Apex up close and personal. A bit shaky on the aim, but he finds the frag regardless. Swings back around, but can't connect on Neo. Neo will shut him down. Morels throwing down yet another smoke towards the connector area. Still got Saibu down towards CT with that AWP. Trying to find an angle of his own. He's gonna make his way close towards the side itself, but that's a good kill coming in from Saibu. Now, RPK and Happy, they're gonna be pushing through the smoke in unison. Happy gets the final 2 frags for the round. That's gonna be the 9th round on the board for Vitality. Only 3 in favor of Virtus Pro. Happy, fast aggression up on short. Just managed to get the initial frag. Quick trade coming his way. RPK connects on Morels. Saibu helping in as well. RPK reaching over to the USB, still trying to find an angle. Will eventually get it. NBK with the final frag for the round onto Pasha. 3 players surviving here for Vitality. And obviously their money is already in a pretty decent situation. About 5k on NBK and Apex. 10,000 on Happy before he bought up for this round. Goes for the double AWP setup. So he's down to just 2,500. Neo with the initial frag onto Saibu, as Saibu decided to go for a bit of aggression. NBK trying to find the weapon. Will do exactly that. Pasha, in the meantime, he connects on Apex. Oh, the timing is awful for NBK. Neo will shut him down. Snatcher taking care of Happy. What's going on in this round? Vitality falling all across the map without really getting anything done. (10-3). Soon to be 10-4 as Virtus Pro converge on an easy round for this. So all Vitality players decided to go for a bit of aggression all across the map actually. So players pushing towards B, player pushing in underpass, pushing towards Palace as well. Getting shut down without a fight. And as I said, it's now going to be all on RPK to see if he can hold on to his weapon. Going to be the easiest task for him. Certainly not impossible either.
Terrorists win.
Well, this round, again, bit fast aggression coming in, this time from Mihu. Trying for a bit of aggression in towards the A-bomb site. He actually gets all the way in here before ever meeting anyone. Now he'll finally spot out NBK, throws down the molly. Will find the frack as well. Tries to make his move in towards CT, but Saibu puts it up with the AWP. He gets the double. Bomb will eventually get planted. RBK connects on Neo. Now gonna be all on Morels and on Snatchy. Oh, almost connecting on the wall bang. Deals a good amount of damage here. Ooh, he actually finds a frag. That's pretty impressive. It's now going to be all on Morels though, and he goes down. Saibu, the quad kill for the round. It will be the final round. The first half going in favor of Vitality, excuse me. 11-4. Off to a brilliant start on the CT side. Once again, I do want to apologize if we're missing a few frags here or there. For some weird reason, my auto director key has gone missing. So I'm sitting here trying to observe the game while commentating it, while running production. Not the easiest task, but I'll do my best at it until some of the lovely ESEA guys helps me out if they can. We are gonna go straight into the second half. Virtus Pro, they are gonna be on the CT side. Vitality on the T side. I say straight into it. We actually do have a pause coming in. Right. Few technical issues with Neo. Getting timed out. (11-4) as mentioned. Vitality off to a pretty solid start, but I mean, we gotta give credit where credit is due, and if we take a quick look at the scoreboard, credit is due with Saibu. 19 frags in 15 rounds, that's pretty great. RPK following along nicely with 16 of his own. Pasha on 13 and 11 for Snatchy. Still get decent amount of frags on the VP side of things, even though they're down by 7. Morels peeking out towards the middle. Ooh, this is an interesting strat. That's not something we see too often. Happy made his way up towards the B halls. What's Vitality doing? Like, around the world strat? What in the world is going on here? Aggression towards middle, pushing down underpass, moving back out of the B apps. Again out towards middle and now rushing in towards window. This strat is strange if I've ever seen one. Apex, a good fight down towards CT. But it's now going to be all on Snatchy, left alone in a 1-on-3 situation. Silver lining here for Snatchy is that NBK and Apex both low on HP, but it's not going to matter. Saibu will eventually shut him down. Be the 12th round in the second half. Pistol going in favor of Vitality. Virtus Pro, they're going to go for a full eco for this round to try and buy up for the next. And we have Snatchy facing up towards middle. Last time around it was Morels. Neo, again with a bit of aggression down towards T-spawn, but it doesn't work out. RPK will shut him down. Seems like Saibu has been playing some danger zone. Morels does manage to find one up towards top of mid. Takes care of Apex, will be able to pick up the AK, but will he hold on to it? The answer is absolutely not. Miho is now going to be last man standing down towards the tall booth. Try and see if he can get anything done. Does deal a decent amount of damage on Happy. And that's all he gets. Happy with the frag out towards middle, but it is actually going to be mostly Virtus Pro trading back in their favor. Now Happy and Saibu. Let's see if they can get something done. Saibu in towards ladder room. Does manage to find the frag here on Morels. Throws down the smoke. Spots Miho on the back of the site. Unfortunately, decides to jump at the wrong timing. Miho, back of sight, still trying to find an angle. This is a bit awkward. More or less looking directly at one another. Happy will eventually shut him down, but Neo with a quick trade out from short. Virtus Pro not out of it just yet. Still fighting with everything they've got. And once again, I want to remind you guys that it is a best of 3. This is the first map, Mirage. Second map will be Nuke, chosen by Vitality. The third and final map, if we get that far, will be Inferno. Neo with aggression alongside with Morels down towards the ramp area. Apex picking up a weapon of his own. Will get traded out eventually. PK, bomb in hand up close towards the side. It's all on Passion Biceps. 1-on-3 situation. Does manage to get a double before he'll eventually get traded out by Happy. Down towards the connector area. Vitality again finding yet another round on the ball. That's going to be their 14th. Once more, even though it is a best of 3 and it is just the first map in this series, still not looking great here for Virtus Pro, especially considering that this is their map choice. Second map will be Nuke, as set. Not necessarily a great map for Virtus Pro. The question is, will it be a good one for Vitality? Because if it is, then this might be a very one-sided affair. Now, I do want to mention for you guys that we are playing a double elimination best of 3 bracket all the way through, which means that even if you lose here in the upper bracket, you still have a chance in the lower bracket. Those matches are going to be played out tomorrow. We do have 8 spots up for grab for the minor. We do have 16 teams competing. So half of the teams are going to go through. The other half are going to go home. Well, I mean, technically, if Virtus Pro managed to make it through, they'll still go home, sort of. The minor will be taking place in Katowice, Poland in January, mid to late January. Vitality going for the aggression down towards the B bomb site this time around. Saibu connects in towards the market area. Telling his mates, well, there's no one here, just calm down. Yep. Managed to find the kill on Saibu, and actually, as he's finding that kill on Saibu, he tags RPK at the same time. Actually trying for a bit of a flank, trying to get something done, anything at all. It's obviously not going to be an easy task for him. Indeed, he won't be able to get anything done. So that will be the 15th round on the board for Vitality, now sitting on round, or map point I should say. Just need one more to close this one out. Again, we do have Nuke coming up right after this map between these two teams. The breaks today, they're not going to be super long. We don't have too many ads to show. But we will just wait for the players to ready up for the next map, and as soon as they are, well, then we're going to head into it. Again, a bit of a default setup here for Virtus Pro. Vitality, bit of a default of their own. They have some players over towards the B side of it. Decent amount of damage dealt here from NBK. They can Pasha down to just around 50 HP. Meantime, the rest of Vitality make their way over towards the mid area. So we do have Saibu with the bomb. And for a bit of a peek out towards middle alongside with the rest of his mates. This Pro, obviously they have to force up for every single round from here on out. Saibu finds the angle, gets the first and the second as well. Quick reaction to Mihu. Up on short. It's now going to be all on Pasha. Biceps in towards that B-bomb site. Does manage to find the initial on Saibu. Quick trade coming his way, and it's now all on Neil. 1-on-4 situation. Gets attacked. Gets the kill on Happy. Tries for a bit more. Unfortunately, won't get it done. That will be Vitality taking map 1 Mirage in their favor. GG, well played. As I said, we are going to head to a short break. When we come back, it will be with Nuke, chosen by Vitality. We'll see you guys then. Welcome back, boys and girls, for the second map in this best of 3 series between Vitality and Virtus Pro. Once again, map 1, that was Mirage, chosen by Virtus Pro, but Vitality shut it down nice and easy. 16-5 was the scoreline on Mirage, and now it's on to Nuke. Beautiful stuff coming in here from Mew. He managed to get the double as well. NBK just jumping around like was it House of Pain. Just managed to eventually shut him down, and we'll get the bomb down towards the B bomb site. Actually dealing a decent amount of damage here on Apex and NBK. Asher slowly but surely pushing in. He finds the frag on Apex. Bomb about to get diffused, but NBK still fighting back. Snatchy, he's going to be sitting on the bomb. NBK trying to find an angle, but the door getting open. Getting close right in front of him again. And that will be a defuse in favor of Virtus Pro as they pick up the pistol here on Nuke. Once more, I've said it already, but I'll gladly say it once again. You have 4 best of 3s on the schedule for tonight. And I believe we have 4 best of 3s on the schedule for tomorrow as well. So make sure you stay tuned for that. First, we're going to cover Virtus Pro versus Vitality until we find a winner of that one. Then we're going to move on to the next line of matches, and in that we're going to cover Kinguin versus Space Soldiers on this channel. Then a little bit later on tonight we have the quarterfinals for the upper bracket. I'm not entirely sure what match we'll be covering in that one yet. I'll have to clear with the Polish studio. Virtus Pro picking up the pistol here for Nuke as mentioned in this round. Vitality with a bit of a weird buy. NBK actually going for a bit of a force buy here with the AK-47. Let's have the head armor behind it as well, and the rest of his teammates going for a full eco. Pasha peeking out with the AUG, takes a good chunk of damage and will eventually go down. NBK taking care of Pasha, but Snatchy trading him out. Neo connecting on Happy as well. Morel's dealing with Apex up towards the yard area. It's now going to be all on RPK and Saibu. Saibu and RPK both taking a good chunk of damage, and they will both eventually fall. Pasha the only one to fall here from Virtus Pro. That will be another round in their favor. 4 players staying alive as well. Vitality this round will have enough to go for a full buy, except for NBK decided to go for a bit of a false in the previous. Vitality going for fast aggression, or at least trying to, but getting stopped in their tracks. Pasha, it's a good repeat on to Happy, will eventually shut him down. Taking a bit of damage in the progress, but not too much. Of course, if we have some viewers in the chat right now who don't necessarily play Counter-Strike, now is a great time to get into the game. They just made the game free to play. They just added Danger Zone, which is a bit Battle Royale-ish. If you haven't gotten the game already, make sure you go ahead, locate it on the Steam store, and purchase it. Well, you don't even have to purchase it. Download it. Saibu, RPK, NBK, and Apex, every single player chiming in here except for Happy. It will be Apex with the double kill for the round. 3 players staying alive for Vitality, and they find the first round on the board. Virtus Pro will have enough money for a solid force buy in this one. Got 2 M4s in play and an AWP. That's a glass cannon on Snatchy. 5.7s on Neo and Morels. Are lacking a bit of utility here, Virtus Pro. Snatchy on that glass cannon does manage to find the frag on Apex. Saibu up on top of the red box. Will trade him out for Pasha dealing with him. Pasha taking a good chunk of damage in the process. RPK, so does he, but he finds the frag on Mihu. Now Vitality making a move down towards the ramp area and towards the B bomb site. NBK going for aggression here. Neo up close and personal. NBK needs to be careful. Will react not in time though, as Neo denies the bomb plant. NBK will shut him down, but he's now left alone, 1 on 2. Morels peeks out at the right time, finds the frag on NBK, and Virtus Pro with a 4-5 victory. Secures their 3rd round on the board. Vitality are gonna go for a bit of a force buy of their own. Again, NPK with enough money for that AK-47. The rest of his teammates on upgraded pistols, but this time around they do have a good chunk of utility behind them as well. Amount of damage dealt towards NBK, but he's the only one who's actually taken some damage here. It's the first line of aggression in towards the hot position. Do have Morels up on the railings. He finds the first, the second. Now looking for the third. Will find that as well as he taps away. Pasha connecting on Saibu and the final kill on RPK. That will be Virtus Pro picking up a clean round, not losing any players in that one. And obviously, we'll make sure that they can hold on to some of their economy and potentially make it work in their favor moving forward. So this one is going to be an eco here for Vitality. Should give Virtus Pro another chance of gaining economical advantage. Morels with a bit of aggression towards the hot area, finds the double frag on NBK and RPK. It's the triple eventually. Very low on HP, down to just 5, but Snatchy in the meantime, he connects on the double. The 2-man ace, both players taking a lot of damage in their duels, but they managed to hold on to their lives and potentially more importantly their weapons and utility. Again, that means that we have a good amount of money here on Virtus Pro, as you can see on the left-hand side of your screen. 5,000 and above on every single player. Well, almost on Pasha at least. Obviously, plenty of utility to work with for this round as well, and they are holding on to those M4s and the double AKs. Now we do have AKs coming up in full force here from Vitality as well. And a bit interesting for you guys, first map that was Mirage, chosen by Virtus Pro, but Vitality actually managed to win that one 16-5. Now we are on Vitality's map pick. It is Nuke, as you can see. Right now Virtus Pro off to a strong start. Vitality fighting back in this round, but Virtus Pro once again refusing to give up the round. This is now going to be all on Apex and NBK to try and bring this one back, but Pasha gets the double. NBK is now going to be the last man standing. Does have full HP, not for long though. He does get dinked by Neo, but unfortunately the M4 with a dink doesn't take the player down completely. Survives on 12 HP, retaliates with a dink of his own. And on the AK, it is 1 shot, 1 kill if you hit the headshot. Now sitting on just 12 HP, trying to find an angle. He's got 35 seconds left on the clock. Ihu down towards the ramp area, patiently waiting, will eventually shut him down. And see if he can find an AK of his own, and will do exactly that. That will be the 6th round on the board now for Virtus Pro. Snatchy deciding whether or not to go for the AWP. He decides to go for it, even though in a round like this where Vitality, they are going to be on a low buy. Potentially not the greatest idea, but obviously, if he went for the SMG and they have another clean round, means that he'll be stuck on it for the next round as well. Also managed to find the initial frag here on NBK. RPK, ooh, will trade him out. Takes a lot of damage in the process, but still very much alive. Apex and Saibu, they took some early nade damage in this round. Abby will get dealt with here by Mihu and Pasha. Getting down towards the ramp area. Morel's dealing with the final 2 players. Neo helping out as he gets the assist from the early nade damage. Will be 7th round on the board for Virtus Pro. Only one in favor of Vitality. Struggling to find rounds here on the T side. Virtus Pro not struggling too much on their CT side. Again, they've had, well, obviously they've gotten 7 rounds on the board, but not only that, they also have clean rounds, which means that, as you can see on the left-hand side of your screen, there's so much money on the Virtus Pro players right now. For Vitality to break their economy, it wouldn't be an easy task for them. Obviously, they have a lot left to do. See a bit of a tactical timeout into play here from Vitality. They decide to go for a full buy-in. Once again, no AWP in play. You gotta be asking yourself at this point, is that maybe a bit of a mistake? Saibu on that AWP, he is a beast, let's be honest, but Snatchy, a beast of his own on his AWP. He finds the double. Eventually will get traded out here by Saibu on the AK-47. He who got the initial frag for the round. It's now going to be all on Happy and Saibu to try and bring this one back. Vitality lining up for what seems to be aggression down towards the B bomb site. Both players in that position. Morel's just holding on to the back line of it, making sure that they cannot escape. Now they are indeed going to be setting up for the smoke in towards the side to try and see if they can get that bomb plant. Beautiful stuff here from Saibu. He connects on the triple. And will eventually get the bomb down as well. It's now going to be him against Morels in a one-on-one situation. Morels slowly but surely making a move down, but Saibu, magical 4th. Beautiful quad kill for the round. The only one to actually step up in this round. I think the rest of his teammates are pretty happy about that. That's a set. Still so much money in the hands of Virtus Pro. Buying up is not going to be an issue whatsoever. Vitality, they still don't have the greatest amount of money in their hands, as only one player survived in that previous round. Saibu once again just debating, should he actually go for the AWP or not? He's got the money for it. NBK doesn't really have the greatest amount of money here. He goes for the Galil. Saibu actually forgot to buy there for a second. Swing back towards the spawn area to pick up an AK-47. Still no open play. Vitality setting up the aggression down towards the secret area. Happy is going to be the first line of aggression in the meantime. The rest of Vitality is setting up for the smokes and the mollies out towards the outside. try and find their aggression, and RPK finds exactly that. He connects on Pasha, gets the double on Mihu as well. Should have actually been a kill for Mihu, considering that RPK was looking the opposite direction when he went for the peak. Morels will eventually take him down. Snatchy finds the double on the stairs area. He is going to make his way in towards... Well, the rest of Vitality, rather, should make their way in towards the B-bomb site. They are going to go for the plant. It's an open plant. As Morels peeks out. The timing is right. He finds a player with his back turned. That's going to be happy. Apex now left alone with an AWP trying to find an angle. Won't be able to do that. Morels gets the triple snatchy with the double. Virtus Pro resetting Vitality's economy. (8-2) now.
Counter-terrorists win.
Vitality, as I said, their economy has been completely reset. Do have a tactical timeout getting called. You have 4 tactical timeouts per map. It is up to the team whether they want to use them in the first half, in the second half, or they actually want to use all of them. Didn't really see many tactical timeouts getting called on Mirage. Already seen 2 now from Vitality. Vitality going for a bit of a force buy for this round, as you can see. 2 AK-47s. They actually have a decent amount of utility behind them in this round. But only 2 AKs are set. 3 upgraded pistols. The Tech 9s and the CZ-75. Apex going for the aggression in towards the hot position. Morels once again in a good position here. He does manage to find the double. As Neo and Snatchy chimes in with 1 each. It's going to be all on Happy. Tech 9 in hands. Try and see if he can get anything done for this round. Does manage to find 1. Unfortunately, 2 more players close by will eventually shut him down. It will be Virtus Pro connecting on their 9th round. 9-2. More or less a repeat of what we saw on map 1. Map 1, it was the opposite direction though. Vitality, they had this strong start. Held on to the strong game in general. The strong map. Now Virtus Pro, they're taking the lead here on Nuke. This round it will be more or less a full eco here for Vitality. Do have a P250 on RPK, but that's about it. A decent amount of damage dealt here from Mihu. Over towards the trophy room. Pasha chiming in with an AOG. The timing is a bit off here. Still very much alive. Snatcher peeks up with the AWP. He connects on NBK. Happy taking a good chunk of damage from that nade. Saibu connect on Snatchy and will be able to pick up the AWP. Only time will tell whether or not he can get more out of that AWP. Pasha takes a lot of damage, falls back towards the B-bomb site. Mihu posted up in a decent position on that flank. Could potentially line them up here. We'll find the initial onto Happy. That's the bomb as well. Saibu. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Close but no cigar. He finds it the second time around though. Out for the double kill, but he needs the ace and it's not going to happen. Morels will eventually shut him down. That's going to be the 10th round. Double digits now for Virtus Pro, and Vitality still unable to connect the rounds here on the T side. Initial frag this time around in the favor of Vitality. It's RPK connecting on Mihu. Neo, sorry, will trade out on Apex. Peeks out from a main. Now Vitality going for aggression down towards the ramp area. And they have the opportunity to push in towards Hell or down towards B, and they still have a player towards the outside. Neo will find one. Will get traded out immediately though. Happy, I see you guys in the chat not being too nice to him. Still managed to find some kills here and there though. He gets yet another. That's a triple for the round. More or less single-handedly securing this round as it's gonna be all on Snatchy for the 1-on-3 clutch. Obviously a tall task ahead of him. Bomb will get planted up towards the A-bomb site and Snatchy. Falling back towards the ramp area. He will connect on Happy, eventually shutting him down. Gonna try and fake the sound cue as if he was making a move down towards CT spawn. The thing is, no one was close enough to hear it, but it doesn't matter. That's a brilliant headshot. Sorry, not a headshot, a brilliant off kill. He finds the triple as well, the 1-on-3 clutch. What's going on? Snatchy, what are you doing? Oh no, please don't. Keep it PG, Snatchy, come on. What in the world was... Snatchy. 1-on-3 clutch like it was nothing. This is not matchmaking. You need to calm down, buddy. Wow. Vitality. They saw the round. They thought they had the round in their grasp, but Snatch is stealing it away from them. This time around, Apex and Saibu, they're going to be opening up out towards the yard area, and Snatchy this time, he's out of the equation early on, meaning he's not going to be able to clutch it once more, but Morels and Mihu will fight back. Mihu and Morels are going to be left alone. NBK deals with Morels, but Mihu peeks up from the same angle. NBK will eventually shut him down as well for the double. Apex found a double early in the round, and Saivu with one of his own. That's going to be Vitality finally finding the third round on the board, but might be a bit too little too late, as we are going to head into the final round for the first half, and Virtus Pro already in a 7-round lead. Question now is, will they be able to make it an 8-round lead? That's already an 8-round lead, sorry. My math skills are absolutely useless. Good reaction coming in from Saibu on the AK-47, finding the frag here on Neo. Snatchy posted up with the AWP. He connects on the double with a bit of help from Pasha. It's the double up setups into full effect here from Virtus Pro. Seems to be working out just fine as Snatchy connects the double. It's now going to be on NBK, RPK, and Happy to try and see if they can clutch this one out, get something done. RPK will do exactly that as he finds the frag on Snatchy, and all of the rest of Virtus Pro are actually situated up towards the A bomb side, meaning that Vitality, had they been a bit quicker about it, they could have made their way down towards the B bomb site for free. They decide to test the waters ever so slightly towards multiple angles to try and see if they can find an opening somewhere. Still a player down towards the side now. That's going to be Mihu. He does go down pretty much without a fight here as NBK will shut him out of the equation. The bomb will get planted on that B bomb site. Morels goes down on ramp and Happy connecting on the final frag towards Pasha. Vitality finds the 4th round on the T side, but will that be enough? Virtus Pro with a massive lead. 7-round lead as we're heading into the second half in just a few moments. In the meantime, once again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I want to thank you guys for joining here for the Europe Minor Close Qualifier for IEM Katowice 2019. It is the European qualifier as mentioned, meaning that we have a lot of high-profile teams in this one. We got Mouse Sports versus XCOM taking place right now. We got Virtus Pro versus Vitality right here on this channel. LDLC versus Valiance. They're battling it out right now as well. And Vindigo versus ENS over on twitch.tv/ESL_CSGO. The main channel, my good friends Dean and Mitch. We're going to be covering the action of that game over there. And after that, in the next round on this channel, it will be Kinguin versus Space Soldiers. It's going to be coming up right after this game is over. On the main channel for the next round, they're going to be covering Sprout versus North. And furthermore, we have Firaxis versus Heroic and Optic versus Mixtura. We're going to be playing... well, watching, observing, casting, whatever you want to call it. On this channel, we're going to be covering 4 best of 3s for tonight. We do have more games coming up tomorrow from the lower bracket as well. 16 teams competing in this qualifier, in this closed qualifier. And only 8 spots at the minor. Which means that it's now or never if you want a chance to compete in Poland. The minor is going to be taking place in Poland, and that will be in January. And stay up to date on multiple sources. And stay up to date over on HLTV. Or you can stay up to date on intelextrememasters.com and find all the information that you need about IEM Katowice 2019. Well, as you can see, we are going to hit live here for the pistol in the second half. Snatchy already out of the equation as Apex connects the frag on him. In the meantime, the rest of Virtus Pro, they are going to go for aggression down towards the ramp area. We actually don't have anyone covering the B-bomb site as of yet, but already quick rotations coming in. And now pretty much everyone is over towards the B-bomb side as NBK finds a quick double. RPK and Apex. Apex with a double of his own. And that's a clean pistol in favor of Vitality. Exactly what they need to boost their morale on the team to try and bring this one back. They're all, well, they are in a pretty big deficit right now. But obviously there's still a lot of rounds to be played. BK dealing a lot of damage towards the yard to start off with. Saivu chiming in with that on the MP5. Dealing a lot of damage on his zone. He managed to get a triple out of it. It's going to give him a decent amount of money moving forward. As Apex connects on the FAMAS, it's going to be all on Snatchy. Left alone. Oh, happy. There you have it. That's a bit awkward. Managed to find the frag regardless, and that's on another SMG, so decent amount of money farmed here from Vitality. Vitality. I was about to say, I think they're gonna use this round as a bonus round, but considering how far behind they are, Saivu actually decides to go straight for the AWP. The rest of his teammates, they are holding on to the FAMAS and the UMP to make sure that they stick with enough money for the next round to buy up completely for that if it's needed. Saivu is going to be opening up for this one as he connects on Morels out towards the yard area. It's slow start to the round here, but the two initial frags does go in favor of Vitality. Saivu on the AWP finding the first frag for the round. And Happy chiming in with one of his own. Snatchy lining up with a smoke and a flash. He spots, I think he spotted a bit of the player over towards the CT vents. That could have just been the X-ray on my monitor. Baking it out a little bit. NBK trying to find an angle, will do exactly that as he connects on Pasha. But Neo, or as you guys in the chat like to call him, Net, I don't think he's too happy about that, but regardless, I kind of like the meme. Now trying for the bomb plant on that B-bomb side. Saivu rushing in. Finds the quick shot on the AWP. Neo out of the equation. Does manage to get the bomb down as a bare minimum at the very least. But that will be the 7th round on the board now for Vitality. The question is, are Virtus Pro actually going to go for a force buy? And it seems like the answer to that is no. Going to hold on to some of their money instead, considering how far ahead they still are. I think that is the right decision indeed. Good amount of damage dealt through that smoke by Happy. He gets the frag on Pasha, deals so much damage towards Morels as well. And he's still lurking behind the smoke. Finds the frag on Neo. Eventually he will get taken down here by Mihu. Saivu with the AWP swinging it like there was no tomorrow. Does manage to get a nice little double kill in RPK with a final frag for the round onto Morels. Vitality slowly but surely inching their way forward. One step at a time. There's still a Bit of a ways to go. Still in a 3-round deficit. They are indeed slowly but surely fighting their way back. Saibu finds the initial frag here on the AWP. Actually deals a ton of damage on Neo as well. But Mihu, beautiful aggression coming in from him. He connects on Apex and Saibu. RPK will trade him out happy. He goes down to Morels, and it's now going to be a 3-on-2. In BK and the tank on RPK trying to bring this one back. 2-on-3 situation as said as the bomb is getting planted down towards the B bomb site. RPK does manage to connect here on Morels, but Pasha already pushed up in a good position towards the high grounds. We'll trade him out, and that's going to be the 12th